So I knew you were eager to get this, so this was the quickest way. And then what we can do is, if you have any questions, we can follow up. But this is the Windows server, kind of like our control server that we have up there. It's connected to the AWS Active Directory service, and I'm logged in as a directory admin. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we are going to want to create um, a department and then put a user in that department. So we come into Active Directory, users and computers, and we will first, let's say, create a group, and we can call that group finance. And let's create a user as well. Okay, and his name is going to be Joe Finance, and his user login is going to be Joe Finance at the domain. Okay, perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, let's see, go in here, and we can add him into the group. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a share for Joe Finance, and then a department share, right? So he's going to have like a user shared folder, that's, because we wanted to store everything up on the server, and then a department share for the finance department. So for that, we're going to go into the share manager. So boom. Okay. So the first thing is you want to make sure that we connect to that AWS FX or FSX server. So to do this, we come in here and click advanced, and then find the FSX server is going to be the one that starts with Amazon FSX. All these other ones are other machines on the domain. So we click OK to that. Click OK. OK. Good. All right. So now we're going to come into here and go into shares. Okay. And let's make a new one. Okay. So I already set up actually like the folders in here, but if you didn't have it, you could just make new folders. So let's do the his user one first, right? So user Joe Finance, okay, and that's good. You could put a description in there if you wanted to. Go next, and let's see, let's customize the permissions here. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to turn off everyone's permissions and just put in, let's find him. Good. Okay, so we want him to have full control, and then we want administrator to also have full control. Okay, and then so that's good. Okay, finish. Okay, and let's create the next one. The next one's going to be for the department, right? So we come in here, there it is, boom, good. And we want to customize permissions again. So let's get rid of those. Let's click. That's the finance group. And we want to give full control to those guys. And also our admin. Right. Okay, cool. Okay, so now those shares are created, right? Now is the part where we're gonna actually set it up so when Joe Finance logs in, we automatically mount those 2 drives. Okay, so for that, what we want to do is we want to go into group policy management. Okay, let me just, yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to come into, we go into users, and we can create a GPO in this domain, and then link it here. GPO is group policy, and we can name this. Let's see. Okay. And then what we want to do is we're going to come in here and edit it. Right, and if we come down, so you can configure computers, you can configure users. What we want to do is we want to configure users, and we go into preferences, and it's in Windows settings, and then drive maps. Okay, so what we want to do is let's mount some drives. So new mount drive. Okay, the location. Okay, so brain fart here. So what we want to do here is just let me get the there we go. Nine 153. Okay, then you want to you can specify like a drive letter, like if you wanted to standardize on these, because a lot of companies are like, oh, it's in the D drive or the E drive or the F drive, whatever. So we'll call this one, let's call this one F for finance. That's good. So we click apply, and we click OK, right? And then what you want to do is actually, wait, we want to go in here, edit this guy, properties, come in here, and we want to run in logged in users security context. So this is what's going to, right when the user logs in. And then item level targeting is where we're going to say that we only want this this to run if the user is in the finance department, right? So what we come down here is, you see, we can do like a whole bunch of things here, right? So we can say, let's see. So can I say organizational unit? Oh, shit. It's gonna set no. Whoa, calm down. Actually. Okay. And that should, yep, that should be it. And boom, click apply. Okay. So what that's going to do is that's going to yeah, the other thing that you want to do then is to go into, let's go back into users and groups real quick and make an OU2. What's that about? Oh, it's already there. Okay, and then just make sure that, oh, he's, okay, good, perfect, done. All right, so that's good. And, oh, and then let me show you how to do the other one. So we can do another map drive. Let me just actually, I'm gonna steal this one. So for this one, what you want to do is, instead of, you want to put like a wildcard in here. So we're going to go users and then the username. So what this is going to do is it's going to automatically look for a share that matches the user's username in that user's folder, which we made before. So we can call this like, and pick one of those. And then what you can do here is in common, you can, we want to run that. And I don't think you have to target this one because you want it to run across all users. But if that didn't work, what you could do is you could come in here and target, and you could say, logged in on domain and right, and then that would be fine. Apply, done. Okay, and what then would happen is when a user logs in, it goes through these rules, and when it matches, it will automatically mount those drives.